Hello followers of the Synergy channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank you for your patience on waiting for our next video. I know it has been a while since our last upload, but thank you so much for waiting and your patience. Today, we have a big surprise. A Lexus GS 350 F Sport. This is a 2013 F Sport edition on the GS 350. Today, we'll be doing a performance review. I won't be doing all the luxury feature details on that part. I will be doing the performance on it. The engine, the suspension. The suspension alone on this car deserves its own video because how advanced and how good it is. Double wishbone, multi-link, we'll get into that. But let's get into the engine. Let's come here. So this is a 2013 Lexus GS 350 F Sport. And this is the all-wheel drive one. So we have a 3.5 liter V6 engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. And it has dual overhead valves, 24 valves, dual continuous variable timing, 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. It also has the drivetrain, all-wheel drive, and snow package. As well as the all-wheel drive system, it has a vicious center differential and a center limited slip differential. So this car is very advanced and top of the line. This car has a 0 to 60 of 5.7 seconds. And with the engine setup, the wheels and the suspension setups are 19-inch 19-inch staggered alloy wheels. The front wheels are 19 by 8 and they're offset by 45 millimeters, and the tire size on the front is 235 over 40 R19, while the rear wheels are 19 by 9 offset by 60 millimeters, and rear tire size are 265 over 35 R19. The bolt patterns are 5 times 114.3 millimeters. And the front brakes, let's look at the front because this isn't something you see often. Usually when manufacturers design and engineer the cars, they don't often think about the ventilation cooling. So if you remember on the C8 Corvette, on the front, because it's a mid-engine car, there's actually a grill on the front and the airways here. And on this GS F Sport, you have airways that go into your brake calipers and your rotors that cool down the car. So it enters through the front, all the way here, into the brakes. And down in that corner is their airflow. With that being said, the front brakes are 14 inches, ventilated 2-piece rotors, and 4-piston fixed brake calipers. The front brake pads cover an area of 8.15 square inches, and the rear brakes are 12.2 inches, also ventilated rotors with a single piston sliding caliper. Now, what's special about this car is the suspension setup that Lexus has decided to do on this. It has a double wishbone suspension in the front and a multi-link rear suspension. Now, with this being F Sport, you get ventilated brakes, AVS. So this is right here, the adaptive variable suspension, and you also have sport tuned dampers. What I really like about this car and why I encourage my relative to get this car is because how stylish and luxury and sporty this car is. Most cars such as Lexuses are sporty, but they also are stuck in the luxury area. So they're not as peppy as you want them to be. But with the F Sport tune on the engine, they're very peppy. With that being said, it's also very reliable, you know, coming from Toyota and Lexus. One thing I really want to point out about this car is it uses a timing chain. So most of the time when you have a timing chain on any car, you usually do not need to replace it. Also, what is quite unique about this car is it uses port and direct injection in the engine, which is very reliable, and that's known to prevent any carbon buildup up in the engine. Furthermore, looking in the engine bay, we can see that the battery is near the back on the passenger side. So this side is the driver's side and this side is the passenger side. So what Lexus has done, which is pretty genius, is put the battery back here, further back on the passenger side, to counterweigh the driver weight. So this car is very performative and very luxury. So let's get into the interior. So in the interior, you have full leather seats. Now, looking down here, this is very complex. Gives me a headache. So you have normal 18-way seat features. Your front can go up like that. And you also have side bolsters that tighten and loosen to make sure you stay in place. As you can see, this is the F Sport Edition. The inside is very just like any other Lexus. What's nice about this 2013 is you have heated and ventilated seats. You also have a blind spot monitoring and heated mirrors. And that's about it for the interior of the Lexus. Again, I want to do a performance review on this car. Everybody can do a luxury review on a Lexus, but how often can you do a performance review on an F Sport model? So let's get into that. Now, like I said again, this is a V6 3.5 liter. So with that being said, let's see how the engine sounds on a warm startup, and let's see how it sounds on a rev. For the revving, I'm going to put it in neutral, holding the brake and turn off traction control so the ECU can make the throttle more sensitive. So for the Lexus GS 350, I'm currently in eco mode, and this car is very smooth. For those who don't know, this car has a very advanced suspension system. You have coils, and you also have a gas, I believe the gas shocks, something of that nature. You have gas absorbers and the coils. I can show you that later in the video. But with that being said, this car is very complex. So it's different from the average car, obviously, because it's a Lexus. But this car is very smooth. So not only do you get a luxury feel in the steering wheel and the suspension, but also a peppiness. Now the best place to drive and test the handling on this car is no place other than the back roads. So let's try that. I'm currently in Sport Plus Plus because, like I said again, I want to do a performance review on this car because it deserves one. So let's see. I'm on the back roads. Second gear. Okay. Ready? And then downshift. Downshift again. Let's hear it one more time. Okay. So that's good. Now the handling on this car is quite perfect. It has adaptive suspension, and we're in Sport Plus. So the throttle body is very sensitive. The handling is stiffened up a bit, and the suspension is appropriate. This curve ahead, let's see. See, that was a sharp curve. And because this is an all-wheel drive car, I have no problem. Wouldn't say flooring through the corners, but I would say at least putting some gas in the corners. Unlike the C8 Corvette, I'm too scared to put the gas on in the corners because I'm scared I might fly off into the forest. But on this car, all-wheel drive, I have that confidence. The steering may not be as tight as the Corvette, but it surely is enough confidence to give the driver to gas it around curves. And now I have some sharp corners ahead. And now if we look on the front, let's see. So the handling on this car is good. I am not using any brakes. This is all gas. It's all gas. No brakes, no nothing, just gas. I'm not flooring it, but I am putting gas into it. The handling is just phenomenal. I do not feel scared. I have enough confidence to comfortably gas it through the corners and curves. I feel very confident. I do not feel like this car is going to slip or anything. I'm putting gas around this. So I have more confidence in this all-wheel drive. Obviously, I have more confidence in this all-wheel drive than the C8 Corvette, even though the C8 Corvette can be tracked. But this proves my point. This car deserves some recognition on how much performance it can bring to the table. And like I said again, the handling on this car is absolutely luxurious, but it matches performance. Not only is it a smooth, luxurious ride, it feels like it's good for the track. So if this car can feel and perform this well on roads, on tight curves and corners, then this car can perform well at the track, especially with the all-wheel drive system. And like I said again, this car's suspension is complex yet well engineered alone. On the front suspension, you have double wishbone. And if those who are familiar with the Mazda Miata, that car is very rigid and is very sporty. The way it's engineered is sporty. It has a double wishbone. The Mazda Miata has a double wishbone. And in the rear suspension, you have multi-links suspension, and this car performs so well. Okay, we're going to test the acceleration on this. That's good acceleration. And like I said again, the reported 0 to 60 on this is around 5.7 seconds, which is pretty quick for a all-wheel drive sedan car. Usually these cars are kind of heavy for its style. So yeah. Okay, Father Son Energy Channel. What better way to test this handling on this car a second time with my friends who are on their Ninjas. One's on a Ninja Kawasaki 300, one's on a 650. And I'm in Sport Plus Plus. And this isn't the first time we've done this. So let's see how well we can catch up. Now keep in mind there's a lot of curves ahead, so we still have to be cautious, but the straight lines we're going to floor it. Now we're downshifting. I'm actually just going to let the car do the work, so it's quicker. And around the corners, this car is perfect. Like I said again before, all-wheel drive system. Do not feel any way that I will slip or lose control of the car at all. And out this corner, no brake. Oh, no brake, right? There we go. All right. And up ahead, or the curves where we went up, now we're gonna go down. And going down is a bit harder because the physics, you know, it's tighter and harder. And these ones I do have to apply a little bit of brake. Okay, I'm braking. Now I'm putting gas into it. Gas, gas, gas. Let go of the gas. Adding gas. So this car is perfect. The braking on this car is perfect. Everything is perfect. Phenomenal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it for the 2013 Lexus GS 350 F Sport. With that being said, I want to point something out. This is a 2013 model with a 3.5 liter V6. It is currently in 2026. And for those who are familiar with the new Lexus lineups and what the manufacturers are doing nowadays, it seems like everyone is trying to push down the cylinders and go with 4 cylinders and just stuff a turbo in it. We are moving away from naturally aspirated engines now, even for sedans and SUVs, which I'm not really sure why manufacturers want to do that. I guess they want maybe performance or people like turbos, but we all know a bigger engine with a naturally aspirated engine is a better and more reliable engine and more peppy as well. So this is a very unique Lexus GS because it's a 3.5 liter V6 naturally aspirated, no turbos, no nothing, and it's not an inline 4 with a turbo. This is a V6 naturally aspirated, unlike the new models nowadays with the inline 4 and a turbo.